What's going on YouTube? This is Zach and I am back with another review. Today's review is over Lattafa's Ameer al-Oud Intense Oud. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So I hope you guys had a really nice Christmas, got all the presents that you wanted, and happy holidays and all that great stuff. Now, so let's get into it. Lattafa Ameer al-Oud Intense Oud. That's a mouthful. I first heard about this fragrance. Actually, I didn't know about this fragrance first off. The pillar, I guess, for this line, so to speak, is just Ameer al-Oud. No intense oud on the end. And so I first never smelled it either, but I wanted to get it, and I first heard about this Ameer al-Oud, the pillar. I heard about this through Fat Cat Productions. He's a reviewer on YouTube. He reviews a lot of stuff, watches, fragrances, things of that nature. And I saw a few of his videos on his fragrance reviews that he did, and did something on. He likes oud just like me, so I was watching a few of them, and Ameer al-Oud was one that he spoke really highly of, and the way he described it, I was like, okay, yeah, I need to get that. And so I kind of forgot about it as time passed, and then I can't remember what happened, but somebody mentioned it. I was like, oh man, I need to get that, So I went to my trusted eBay seller and asked, did he have it? And he didn't have Ameer al-Oud, but he said, hey, I have Ameer al-Oud Intense Oud, and so the word intense piqued my interest. Okay, so at any rate, he said it's better than the pillar and everything. So I was like, cool, sold. All right, so I bought it, got it in, and I was immediately blown away. Smells just like the type of fragrance that I like, resinous, Middle Eastern, touch with a touch of oud. It's not too oudy, but it's there. There's a little bit of sweetness in it. I don't know the note breakdown, but it's one of those resinous, like I think it has like maybe some incense, maybe some cinnamon in there, and it has a little bit of sweetness, so it could be vanilla, could be caramel, or both. Not really sure, but it's really sexy, it's really cozy. Definitely unisex. A lot of women are getting into these types of fragrances, and I'm telling you, you ladies will love this, especially you ladies, because this is one of those deep, resinous winter type fragrances, real cozy. Now, that being said, the first thing that people like to say about this one, when they talk about it, is they like to say, "Oh, it's a dupe of Maison Margiela's By The Fireplace." Okay, let's stop the presses. All right, now, one of the things that is starting to kind of annoy me a little bit is like almost everything that one of these houses puts out, the first thing people try to do is figure out what it's cloning. Now, justifiably said, I can understand why people do that, because a lot of these Middle Eastern houses are clone houses. Let's just be real. I mean, that's what a lot of them are. However, a lot of them also do have their own original creations. But at any rate, I just wanted to say that real quick, because I think sometimes we need to just appreciate a fragrance for what it is and kind of like focus on the clone thing later, if you will. But at any rate, let me get off track. Now, so as far as the comparison, now, by the way, I like to, if I talk about something, I have it. So a lot of these people are, well, it smells like this, smells like that. And if you don't have it, if you never smelled it, you can't possibly tell somebody what it smells like. Okay, so anyway, I have Maison Margiela's By The Fireplace. Now, the difference between the two is, I don't think that when you, on the opening, they're not similar. Okay, I'm just going to get that out of the way. First spray, they're definitely not similar. By The Fireplace has some real smoke, like you're burning wood, or, if you barbecue, anybody barbecues knows how your shirt kind of smells when you're barbecuing. It's just you can smell that in there. Like Mason Margiela really tries to replicate. That's the company's Replica. Okay, so they try to replicate a smell, a scent, or a situation. And By the Fireplace smells like you're by the fireplace. Okay, so you really get that burnt wood or burning wood smell in the fragrance. I mean, it's really creative. Ameer al-Oud does not have that. Okay, so to be a clone or dupe of By the Fireplace, you need to have that By the Fireplace scent. And Ameer al-Oud Intense Oud does not have that. Okay, now, on its own, it's an amazing fragrance. It's resinous, it's oriental, but I wouldn't call it a clone of By the Fireplace. Now, they do get really close in the dry down, but still, just don't get caught in the cycle of always trying to, make something a dupe. But to me, that it just diminishes the fragrance in a way. So just judge it on its own. But however, when you get to the dry down, now I can honestly say when you get to the dry down of these two fragrances, that's when they start getting a little bit closer or a little bit similar. But it's way down in the dry down. It's not up top. It's not in the mid. Now, if you like By the Fireplace, you'll definitely love this. So that's not to say they're a clone, but I would say if I wanted to say something, they're in that same genre of fragrance, a cozy, really dense resinous type fragrances. But I wouldn't say they're a clone. It's a good, I guess, alternative, so to speak. And so when I say alternative, I'm not necessarily meaning that it's a clone. So there is a difference between the two. But Ameer al-Oud is a beast. It lasts a long time. It projects for a long time. Smells great. Leaves a deep, long sillage. I mean, it's one of those fragrances that again, a lot of these fragrances are like this from Lattafa, but you try to figure out, like, how are they selling these for this cheap and for them to smell like they do and perform like they do. But again, I figure that, over there in the UAE or whatever, Dubai or wherever they make these, I mean, it's kind of like the standard to have strong fragrances, long-lasting fragrances. So I've only got a couple of them that didn't perform on my skin, and I have a lot of them, a whole lot of them. But this is great, man. Like, if you can try this, if you like By the Fireplace, or if you like Stronger With You, I mean, just fragrances in that ballpark, in that genre. I wouldn't, say anything other than that, but it's great, man. Like, I really like this. Backup bottle worthy. Again, I say that all the time, but most of these fragrances that I review, I try not to review what everybody else is reviewing, if you've noticed. I try to review the things that I like and that stand out to me, and I want to bring to you guys maybe something new, or maybe something you haven't really heard a review on, or something that you just hadn't even been on your radar. But I'm just not one of those reviewers that just every time something comes out, I go out and get it and review it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring you some fire. Like, if you see it on my channel, that means that it's some fire and I like it, or I love it, or you need to go get it. Simple as that, man. So at any rate, Signature Scent Reviews signing off. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Appreciate you guys checking out my channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for stopping by, and peace.